Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin with more solo leveling Ragnarok. It's good to see everyone here, good to see you, Cohagen, and everyone else. Let's begin, shall we? Yo, peoples! Qushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of Solo Leveling Ragnarok. Last we left out on, we had Suho fighting all the creatures that were inside of the airport that the apostle TL had allowed to just run rampant within the airport just so he could watch other hunters fight. Suho does what he does best, and TL notices that the power of Suho is similar to the darkness, Jin. And so he wants to eliminate Suho right then and there, but Choi Jong-in shows up and just makes quick work of pretty much all of the monsters that are there. And when all is said and done, TL relents and disappears. So does Suho in order to avoid questioning. So later on, we get the third piece of TL that arrives in the world. And originally, the second piece was against doing anything to Suho other than just simply eliminating him. But the third piece that arrives decides, you know what? It'll probably be better if we attempt to take the power of the darkness for ourselves. So now TL, who has now gone from being like a little kid, has gone into being a full-size adult now, and is now thinking of, let's take the power of the Shadow Monarch that exists within his son and try and take it for ourselves. Now, we all know that this is not going to go as well as TL thinks, but let's just progress, because we still got the whole matter of Lee Min-sung to deal with. Episode 33. And I was about to say 32 for some reason. My bad. But we are here at a building, and who is that? Oh, it's Suho. It's Suho. Suho's back home. He's back at his house. Remember when we first saw this house and how Jin basically had this house that has no security cameras on the outside, the fence is unguarded, and people tried to rob his place, and those people were never seen again. So it's nice seeing his home once again, at least from the outside. I just like how it's illustrated here. Don't mind me. But Suho just slumps in the chair. You look tired, young master. Of course I'm tired. I got cornered by Uncle Jino and had to listen to him lecture me for hours. Of course saving the world is important, but your safety always comes first. How could I face your parents if I let anything happen to you? And it shows Jino just, doing exactly what Suho said. He's just going off on him because he's worried about what his parents will think if their son was injured on his watch. But I bet Mom and Dad would have done the same thing. Okay, time to go to the Shadow Dungeon. Wouldn't it be better to get some rest? I can rest later. I was in such a rush to get back that I didn't get a chance to do my daily quest. I can't afford to miss out on those daily rewards. Oh dear, it seems he has gotten hooked on leveling up! Solo Leveling Ragnarok, Chapter 33. And we cut to the Shadow Dungeon now. What's going on? The daily quests are gone? And then we get a notification that says, Notification! The Shadow Dungeon has been cleared of all residents from outside realms. Daily quests are no longer available. No more daily quests? The Shadow Dungeon has been cleared of all residents from outside realms. Was this Amut? Was Amut cleaning house while Suho was busy? What the heck happened here? And then we cut to Essel and Amut who are in front of him, and Gray she goes,
Well, you see, Amut went...
Yep, it was Amut! It was Amut!
Amut went hunting last night and killed off all the goblins that were in the Shadow Dungeon.
Amut just went on a killing spree. And the panel where it just shows him just going off in this whole realm, he's just I'm trying to think of what is the closest thing to think of him just jumping all around this area. He's basically just bounding around like the Hulk. He's basically rampaging like the Hulk against all of these different creatures with those chains whipping around him with extreme force that you just see goblins being bifurcated, bisected, decapitated. Their whole bodies are just being completely blown apart while, Amud is just rampaging. I knew it. Amud's been busy.
Amud went hunting last night and killed off all the goblins that were in the shadow dungeon.
All I did was rid the young master's territory of those filthy creatures of Tarnak. Humans are the only creatures I promise not to harm.
And then it's Suho just holding his head in his hands going, there were so many goblins. Did you really kill all of them? It's gonna take me so much longer to level up without those daily quests. And Gray is all like, "Rrr, rrr." And then Essel has her head held down low. And then Amud is confused.
If your goal is to grow stronger, I can help you train.
And then Suho's all like, huh?
Really? I also had to train to become as strong as I am now, so I think I may be able to help you out. I will turn you into a powerful warrior, young master.
And a new quest has popped up.
Quest info. Daily quest. Warrior training has arrived. Will you accept?
The daily quests are back. I can't see any reason to turn this down. All right, I'm counting on you, Amut. And then there's a flash. Let's see. To clear this quest, I need to do 100 push-ups. It's the same workout routine his dad had. Do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and jog 10 kilometers. Is this it? I was expecting something more from warrior training.
Of course there's more. You must do everything on that list while carrying me.
Quest info. Daily quest. Warrior training. Push-ups, 0 out of 100. Sit-ups, 0 out of 100. Squats, 0 out of 100. Running, 0 out of 10 kilometers. Must be done while carrying Amut on your back.
Wow, so Jin didn't have to worry about carrying an extra set of weight. And the thing is, Amut is huge. He's like 12 feet tall. Or 13. He's very big. Jin didn't have to worry about carrying no extra weight. Suho's got that on him now. Now it's more intense. This is Solo Leveling the sequel. Solo Leveling 2. The upgrades. It's like the skill tree was fine here in this game, but now they've upped the skill tree in this game.
Must be done while carrying Amut on your back.
I have to do all this while carrying you on my back?
It seems I may be too large to fit on your back as I am now. But I can fix that. I have the ability to shift into other forms.
And then it shows Amut's body starting to wriggle and twitch.
I get it because my body has been destroyed and rebuilt by Tarnak so many times.
And then all we get is just the view of Suho, Essel, and Gray as we see the shadow of Amut changing in size. And we hear cracking sounds and crunching sounds and snapping sounds. Can you imagine being a shapeshifter and you are forcing your body to shift into a different state and your bones are getting smaller, stuff is snapping and regenerating at high speeds? This must be what werewolves go through, having to feel their bodies just break apart like that. And then we get Amut's foot as he's lowered himself just a foot and a half shorter than Suho. Amut was massive. Now he's lowered himself to, I want to say, basically almost the height of Thomas Andre.
I should be small enough for you now.
With a smaller body comes a slightly smaller voice.
I shall be small enough for you now.
Amut shrunk himself.
Now, let's start your training, young master.
Okay, hop on.
Amut.
We were unable to unlock our bond skill due to the difference in our powers.
Notification. The power difference between you and Amut, the heir of the Iron Body, is too great to unlock your bond skill. Please level up to unlock this skill. Required level, 80.
So, Amut is literally just too strong for Suho to get their bond skill. He's just that strong. And Suho's too weak. But now that he'll be giving me daily quests, I guess that kind of makes up for it. Hup! And then Amut jumps on Suho's back and immediately flattens Suho into the ground with such force that it craters the ground beneath him. I feel like Amut may have changed his height, but his weight is still the same. Yeah.
Oops. I should have explained before we got started. I can reduce the size of my body, but not my weight.
I was right!
Young master!
Gray's gritting his teeth, and Barrow looks upset that the young master's been flattened. I have to do 100 push-ups like this? My arms already feel like they're about to break.
I know it's painful, but you must endure it. I don't know any other training methods aside from destruction and regeneration.
And then we're cutting to a completely different place. Field-type dungeon near Paju. And this looks like a mist burn. Yeah, it looks like a mist burn. Yeah, it's a mist burn. And they're inside of that. Is this Lee Min Sung?
Looks like the fires are going strong. How much longer do I have to put up with this crap? You should be honored that you were chosen to be here at all, human.
And it shows that there's this hooded figure behind Lee Min Sung, but they got like multiple eyes and some sort of appendage sticking out of their face. I can't even tell what that is. Oh, they're basically a Cthulhu monster. Great, they're a Cthulhu monster.
The Apostle is the one who saved us from our miserable lives after all.
Demon Murumu, overseer of the Stardust Factories. Okay, so it's a demon. Demon called Murumu. Demon Murumu, overseer of the Stardust Factories. Our miserable lives. And then all of a sudden, Lee Min Sung drops... He's smoking, and he just tips his cigarette to the side to drop off some of the ashes, and immediately slashes through some of the face tentacles of Murumu. Without even looking at him, he just backslashes some of his face tentacles off. What the heck would a lousy demon like you know about my life? And Lee Min Sung is holding a dagger directly in front of Murumu, and Murumu is silent. Where's the kid?
The Apostle is busy.
Lim Tae-gyu will be returning to Korea soon. Tell him to get ready to fulfill his end of our deal.
You received this too, didn't you?
And it shows that Murumu is holding one of those stones that, TL would use to infect Brokey, and then later on that Minotaur that Choi Jong-in sent flying straight out of the airport.
You received this too, didn't you? Why haven't you used it? The apostle is my savior. He is the one who reached out to me after I was banished to the gaps between dimensions. Thanks to the apostle's improvements on the blood of madness, we were able to spread stardust throughout the demon realm and use it to bring down the traitor house of Radaru.
So, it's because of this that Essel's house was brought down. So the apostle manipulated the blood of madness, and then they were able to spread stardust throughout the demon realm, and that's how they brought down Essel's house.
Devote yourself to him, and he will bless you with powers much greater than what you have now. You might even become strong enough to defeat Lim Take You.
And then Lee Min Sung just drops a cigarette.
You don't even know what an S rank is, so quit running your mouth. You can spew all that crap you want, but you'll never get me to use that crap.
How foolish. This is why you'll always be nothing but a loser.
And Lee Min Sung just leaves the factory and he prepares to get in his car. And then he's just speaking to himself going,
I just need to put up with this until that brat takes care of Lim Take You. Then I can report this whole operation to the Hunters Association. It'll be the association's problem then, not mine. Everything will return to the way it's supposed to be, and I'll regain my former glory.
and when Lee Min Sung gets in his car, someone is staring at him from high above the rafters. Someone is staring at him while he's driving away. And it's this person with long red hair. Person with long red hair. And, oh, it's a woman. And she goes,
Sir, confirming visual of Lee Min Sung leaving the field-type dungeon in Paju.
oh, and she works for Wu.
I think this is the place where Stardust is being manufactured.
It's Wu. Ooh, Lee Min Sung ain't slick. He was tailed.
I think this is the place where Stardust is being manufactured.
I see. Please continue to tail him. Hunter Bake Me Ho.
Bake me ho. Wait. Relative to Bake? Relative to old Hunter Bake?
I see. Please continue to tail him, Hunter Bake Me Ho.
And then Wu turns his phone off. Sounds like you're closing in on Lee Min Sung, Chairman Wu. And Choi Jong-in is in this room with Wu. And Choi is well aware that they suspect of Lee Min Sung. While investigating the recent dungeon break at the airport, I noticed that all the association employees who were stationed at that gate reported incidents of memory loss. All of them were users of Stardust. There have already been multiple instances of hunters behaving strangely across the nation. And the only thing all of them have in common is that they were all Stardust users. Now that we have a valid reason to be concerned, the association will be enacting an official Stardust ban. What are you planning on doing with Lee Min Sung?
We'll take him down, along with everyone he's been working with.
We, the hunters, will cooperate as well. So not only is Suho going after Lee Min Sung, but the Hunters Association is going after him as well. They're not stupid. They're not dumb. Lee thinks they are. Thinking like, oh, once all of this is taken care of and I get Lim Take You killed, I'll just tell the Hunters Association about this place and let it be their problem. Newsflash, the Hunters Association know you're in league with this factory and you're the reason why Stardust is so rampant throughout the area. They know it's you! They're not stupid! We, the Hunters, will cooperate as well. And then we cut to Wu, who I haven't made note of, but he also has like hints of gray in his hair as well. Like it's in his beard and it's in the streaks of gray within his, within his hair. That reminds me, Yu Jin-O called to let me know that Suho made it home safely. If Suho is the same type of hunter as his father and is capable of leveling up, the rules and regulations of the association may be more like obstacles to him, just as they were for his father. And it shows a photo of Wu with Jin. And mind you, we don't see Jin's whole face, but this was when Jin was slightly younger. And Wu didn't have a goatee, and he didn't have a beard. But it shows him... It shows him just standing there with Jin, and Jin has got like this suit on. He's got like the suit on with like medals, and he's just actually Jin is just like he's just standing there while he's admiring his own medal. But like I said, we still don't see Jin's face at this time. Don't worry, Hunter Jinnu. I'll do all that I can to help Suho out. And then we cut back to Suho, who is literally sweating all over. He's got drool coming out of his mouth because he's struggling. 99! 100! And when Suho goes for 100, the muscles in his arms basically burst. The muscles in his arm basically burst. Like his whole wrist, just cracks open. And there's a crack sound. And Suho falls to the ground, having apparently put his body through so much stress that the tendons and his muscles, they've exploded. His wrists have exploded, all because Amut is sitting on top of him.
Tired already, young master, but we've only gotten through the push-ups.
Both of young master's arms are broken!
And we just see Suho laying there after Amut gets up off of him, and there's just blood pouring out of his arms. And then Baru gets irate.
What? What have you done, you dumb brute? The young master is very delicate. Stop this training at once.
And then Suho, with enough strength, as we see the muscles under his skin, and his hand just trembling, he goes, "Open shop." And then he hits the buy button, and then we just hear some drinking sounds while both Baru, Amut, Essel, and Gray just look on. And then a potion just rolls onto the ground, completely emptied. I was hoping to get a little stronger before facing off against Li Min-sung. So this is great. We just have 3 more exercises to do, right? And then it shows Amut actually smiling, like we see his toothy grin and he's just smiling. And Suho, I don't know if it's just me, did your boy get more swole? It shows Suho, the HP recovery symbols all around him, his body glowing green, his arms are completely healed. But is it just me, or did Suho get even more muscular? Just from doing 99 push-ups, this dude has got veins, he's got like well-defined muscles and everything. Did he get more swole just from 100 push-ups? Let's continue with my warrior training. To be continued. And that's the end of Solo Leveling Ragnarok. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. This was an interesting chapter. So now we're going on a whole anime solo leveling training arc now. Literally, we're going on an anime training arc. So now, since Suho is back, there's no more daily quests because Amut killed everything in the Shadow Dungeon. But since those daily quests have just been completely removed, so no more just killing monsters all around, But now the best thing that Suho has is essentially being able to train with Amut and get stronger that way by doing the same regimen that his father did in the previous world before the world was reset. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run. Of course, Amut was size-wise too big for Suho to handle, so he shrunk down. However, Amut's weight is still I know I'm going through a recap. Amut's weight is still the same, so he's just as heavy if he had not changed his size. But while that's going on, Lehman Sung is making sure that the Mistburns are still being used to create Stardust, and then we get Demon Murumu, who we see as an individual who was part of the uprising against the Radaru family in the Demon Realm, all because of the very same apostle. The very same apostle that is trying to take over the world right now. They're helping with the Mistburns. And will he do extra exercises like Jin did? I don't know. Possibly. We'll have to see how strong he becomes. We'll have to see how strong he becomes after training with Amut for a while. Because we all know that Amut is an S-rank monster. He's an S-rank threat. He has S-rank strength. So when Suho's training is done with Amut, he's easily going to be an S-rank just like him. So not only that, but we have Lee Min Sung, who's leaving the factory thinking like, well, once all of this is said and done, and then the apostle kills Lim Tae-gyu because Lim Tae-gyu is about to return to Korea soon, when he upholds our end of the deal, I'll just tell the Hunters Association about this place and I'll let it be their problem. I can return to my former glory. Everything will be as it should be. The rich will stay rich. The weak will stay beneath me. No weak person will ever be above me. And then everything will return just the way it was. But we got Baek Mi-ho, who is affiliated with the Hunters Association, and she's watching all of this. You would think someone as strong as Lee Min Sung would be able to tell that he's being watched, or at least sense the presence of another. But not the case, because not only is her presence hidden well enough where he doesn't notice, but she also relays that I think this is the place, to Wu, that this is the place where the Stardust is being made. And Wu is saying, like, with all this stuff running rampant with people losing their memory, Choi Jong-in chiming in, we're going to put an entire ban on Stardust so no one else can use it. And now they're gunning for Lee Min Sung as well, which is good, because now Suho and the Hunters Association have a common enemy. And since Wu and Jinho have their memories back, we don't need to worry about the Hunters Association interfering with Suho in any way, simply because Wu is in charge, and he still has his memories from the previous world. And now, Suho, who I really feel he just gained a ton of muscle just from doing like 100 push-ups with Amut here, and he still has the 100 sit-ups and 100 squats and a 10-kilometer run, and he has to do all of that with Amut on his back? Or carrying him? Does he have to do sit-ups while holding up Amut the entire time? Because Amut is heavy. Suho burst both his elbow muscles and his wrist muscles just from trying to get to 100 push-ups. But all I know is that if he's saying, like, after doing that and seeing his arms break and then healing himself and said, let's continue with my warrior training, is there a solo leveling episode today? I believe there is. I think there is. Hold on. Let me check. If there isn't, then hold on, let me check. Let me see. Episode 11. Yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting one because the last episode says, like, we're getting one. Yeah, it's supposed to be dropping today. at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So when I get done with this session, it should be out. Yeah, it should be out. Let me exit out all these extra tabs. Sorry about that. Yeah, there should be an episode out today, and as soon as I get done with this session, we should have a brand new one. But now we got Suho, who's going to get even stronger, and I believe that this warrior training that he's going to be doing with Amut is going to make him even more powerful than him just doing daily quests of killing goblins all over the Shadow Dungeon. I believe that is going to be, this is going to be way better for him, because this is the same path that Jin went on that allowed him to become the tall, muscular, incredibly powerful person he was before he even gained access to all of the Shadow Monarch's power. So with Suho and him realizing that he can get this strong already before he started doing this sort of training, this means that he's going to get significantly stronger to the point where Lee Min-sung not going to be an issue. I honestly feel that. But this was a very good chapter, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I love reading Solo Leveling. The next chapter of Solo Leveling Ragnarok will be right before my birthday. Next Saturday will be the last time, my last week. My last day, actually. I don't see Jack Sparrow have it till now. Well, I'll check later. Yep, Jack Sparrow has it. Oh, I know what you mean. So the next time we have a Solo Leveling Ragnarok chapter will be my last day at 32, because that following Sunday will be my birthday. So there will be a birthday stream to coincide with everything else I got going on. So overall, yes, this was a good chapter. And I am always looking forward to training arcs to see just how powerful people can become, because Suho is already incredibly strong. Mind you, he's not S rank yet, but we've seen his strength against normal people and even other monsters as well. He's significant, he's formidable. Let's be honest, he's very formidable. However, this training with an S rank monster to make him just as... Think about this for a second. There's a whole panel where it just shows Amut just going ham on every creature in the Shadow Dungeon. Just one singular panel where he's just jumping through the air like the Hulk, whipping chains around, slicing everything apart, every creature apart. Suho is going to become that strong. Maybe even stronger than Amut. So I can't wait to see it. This is going to be a very, 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 very fun training arc. But I also can't wait to see if we get any other perspectives while Suho's doing all of this training. Will we see the Apostle again attempting to figure out how they're going to take the power of the Shadow Monarch away from Suho? Or are we going to cut to other hunters around the world? Will we finally see Lim Tae-gyu? And what will happen when the Apostle attempts to kill him? There's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to, but all I can say is an anime training arc has begun once again, and this time it's not Jin, but it's Suho. Let the getting strong leveling ups begin. Overall, I enjoyed this chapter and I'm looking forward to the next one. Time for us to get started with the next episode of Solo Leveling. All I can say to everyone here, from my mods to my members to even people who are just passing through watching for the very first time, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples.